Do you ever wonder why people have a certain type? Or do you find yourself liking the cutie with the big booty, while your friend has a weird obsession with women with platinum blonde hair? Well, the simple answer to that question is that everyone you date or are attracted to are the people who originally showed you attention. Meaning if you moved into a new town and had almost no dating experience, but was actively trying to date someone, you would become addicted to the first type that put that loving on you. And that is just some real facts. For example, if the town had a large Puerto Rican population, and for some reason a group of them just wanted to hook up with you, I mean, maybe you're funny or genuinely a cool person to be around, but one way or the other, that interaction with them will change the way you view them. You would probably become one of those people who only date Latinas. And as the years go by, you probably say things like, "That's just my preference. I love everything about them." You would even go as far as to learn more about their culture. And you would definitely pick up some Spanish. Your life would start to revolve around them. And you would get highly offended when someone disses them. Because what do they know? They weren't in the trenches. They weren't invited to the family parties. And they sure as hell never shared a drink with their uncles. See, the person you date will start to spill into your personality. I once knew a kid that hung out with a bunch of hood dudes. And that's because his suburban family fell on hard times and had to move to the hood. And at first he was looking for women from his culture. But where I lived, there wasn't many of them. And if there were, they were definitely dating some brothers. So this man had no choice but to date outside of his culture. And sure enough, after he dated his first sister, his whole life changed. I mean, the boy was walking and talking different. And he out the blue grew a backbone. I mean, this dude slowly became about that life and went from Justin Timberlake to Paul Wall. It's like the spirit of somebody else possessed his body. And he is no longer that little Caucasian kid that moved to South Florida. And when you see the mother of his kids and ex-girlfriends, this man definitely has a certain type. And the crazy part is, you can tell when someone has no dating experience just by the way they describe what they like. Because all of their answers are going to be generic like, "Oh, I like Kim Kardashian looking women," or Keke Palmer looking girls. But when they have true experience, they go into detail like, "Man, Shorty gotta have a bubble. No GMO, all organic. She gotta have those little back dimples, you know, the ones right above the booty." But also, experience doesn't necessarily have to be good to mold your type. Maybe some triple D's with a beautiful smile. And she has to smell like flower bomb. So you see, when you know what you like, you know what you like. You don't tiptoe around the conversation. You get straight to the point. But also, experience doesn't necessarily have to be good to mold your type. Because if you date a certain group over and over again and all the experiences are bad, you are most likely going to avoid them. And when people ask you about that group, you're more likely to badmouth them, even though your perception is probably wrong. For example, I know a girl who refuses to date a certain group because she thinks they cheat. But when you see the men she's talking about, they all look like male models. And they are all extremely successful. So that means they have an unlimited amount of options. So what did she expect? But now she dates another group, but her standards are not as high. So basically, you're dating average Joes. And for some reason, you believe they treat you better than a particular group. But in all honesty, you probably could have dated an average Joe in the previous group. But no, she wanted the creme de la creme. Now, if you want to know for sure exactly what you like in a significant other, you're going to have to go out there and sample the dishes. You're going to have to taste some forbidden fruit. And when you come out of the jungle, you'll be a completely different person. And you'll be ready to conquer the world. So now if you're new to this channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you never miss a video. And when you're done doing that, click on one of my videos that just popped up, and I'll see you on the next one.